What is up, guys? Brett here from brettdev.com. Back at you once again from Chiang Mai. And man, I've come to the old city today. I haven't done a talking style video for a little while, so I thought it was overdue. But I come down here today just to point out that Chiang Mai is absolutely dead. Like, I was speaking to my friend the other day and he said, "Hey Brett, have you noticed there's like," excuse the motorbike. He said, "Hey Brett, have you noticed there's like nobody here?" I was like, yeah, I was wondering that actually. And I've had a few people say the exact same thing. The lady that I know that rents motorbikes, I saw her the other day, she said like her business is way down. And yeah, Chiang Mai right now is really, really quiet. It is an absolute ghost town, like the quietest I've ever seen it. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about why I think that is, because everybody's speculating about, oh, is Thailand done, is Thailand finished, it's no longer the place to come or the place to be. So I wanted to give you my feedback, my opinion. Firstly, it is the low season right now in Chiang Mai, which is, or in Thailand, which is between the months of well, you could say March from Chiang Mai, because they have the burning season, everybody leaves around then. In Thailand as a whole, it doesn't really start raining until like April, and then it pretty much rains April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So you've got like 7 months of constant rain. And during this time, when they say it's the rainy season, it really is the rainy season. Like, you can expect, if you come here right now, it's now September, without fail, guaranteed around 2-3 p.m. every single day, you are going to get rained on. Like monsoon, every day, like clockwork. It's not going to be any different there. You can't, if you're going to book a holiday and you're going to come to Thailand like during September, thinking, like knowing it's the rainy season, thinking, oh, maybe it won't rain, it will. It's done that for years and years and years, and the weather here is super predictable. So that's the first reason it's obviously quiet. It's low season, it's rainy season, and it generally is a lot more quiet around this time. I always notice it this time of year, it dies down a lot. I think I've spoken about it in a previous video a couple of years ago, when I was saying I kind of like it because, you know, it's not crowded and it's nice. But this year it's particularly quiet, and people are saying it's because of the visas and the Thai government making it very hard now to get visas. They're saying it's because of the baht being very strong, and I think both of those are contributing factors. So firstly, obviously the baht is really strong, so it's fucking up a lot of people, especially British people. And it's kind of, the baht's getting really strong. It's like the strongest currency in the world right now. But also the British pound is getting really shit. So they're going through this whole thing with Brexit, and your money just isn't worth shit over here like it was before. So there's a lot of British expats that aren't here this year for that reason. The way I feel about that, I get paid in all different currencies, mostly dollars. I guess it's just a case, there's not much you can do about it. You just got to ride it out and wait until this whole Brexit thing is through, and then I think the pound will strengthen either way. And yeah, maybe next year will be better, or the year after. Regarding the visas and the government making it hard to get visas now, they have made it hard to get visas. They've been rejecting people. If you look on the Thai visa forums, there's lots of stories on there of people being rejected tourist visas at the airport, sent back to their home countries, sent back to neighbouring countries. Whereas before you could just do what people call like visa runs, right? Where you could get a tourist visa for 3 months, and then you could go to a neighbouring country and get another one. And you could kind of do that back to back, 5, 6 times, 7 times, and just stay in Thailand pretty much indefinitely. But that said, I still know people that after getting 4 or 5 single entry tourist visas a few years ago, that had the same thing and they got rejected. They've always been rejecting people for having tourist visas. Like, that's never really changed. Are they being a little bit more strict on it now? I don't know. It seems so. a little bit in certain areas, and from what I've read in certain airports, particularly in Bangkok, in both airports. Apparently if you fly into there and you've got lots and lots of tourist visas, you'll probably get rejected. I know that they are being very strict on people that have visa exemptions, which is when you go out and you come back, you get a 30-day stamp. Maybe more strict than they were before. But this stuff's been going on for a long time. I don't think the tourist visa situation is what has impacted the drop in tourism, to be honest, the rejection of tourist visas too much. You've got the whole issue with the retirement visa. Now that could be a big factor with the health insurance. I personally know people that aren't coming here now, that came here, met me, and are now staying in Vietnam because they don't want to deal with the whole mandatory health insurance stuff with the retirement visa. And I think just in general, it's just a lot of fear mongering, and it's just turning people off. People don't want to come and have to worry about, are they going to be able to stay for a period of time if they're planning to stay long term. And I think people are just, I think people are more scared than it's becoming difficult. I think there's so much talk and so much hype and so much, like I say, fear mongering, that it's the people being scared of it is making them not do it. It's not necessarily actual visa problems themselves, because you can still get long-term visas in Thailand. You can do an education visa, you can do a volunteer visa, you can there's lots of different ways around it, lots of different ways. Hey man, there's lots and lots of different ways around it. If you are planning to come to Thailand and you do want to come long term, the options that I would suggest, for particularly if you're under 50 and you can't get the retirement visa, or even if you're over 50 and don't want to get a retirement visa because of the restrictions, I would suggest firstly come here on a multi-entry visa. So a multi-entry visa you have to apply for in your home country. I actually have a video about it on this channel where to get it, and that will give you 9 months. After that 9 months, after living somewhere for 9 months, networking, meeting people, learning about the different types of voluntary visas available, learning about how the system works, if you still don't have yourself sorted, you can get an education visa. Now an education visa will last you for 1 full year. So now you have nearly 2 years in the country, and I mean by that time you should be able to get something sorted. You should be able to, you know, get on a volunteer visa, get a work permit of some kind, maybe marry a Thai girl, get a marriage visa, who knows, but there's 2 years right there. And I believe you can even get a, I know they're being a little bit more strict about the education visas right now as well, but I still do believe you can get 2 education visas back to back, so if you go to 2 different schools. So there you got 3 years before you have to really worry about getting another decent type of visa sorted. A buddy of mine also mentioned to me the other day, he said, "Brett, have you noticed there's been a massive decline in digital nomads coming to Chiang Mai?" And I said, yes man, it's not just tourism on the whole that's down, that there is like no digital nomads in Chiang Mai anymore. Like they've all gone. And he said to me, "Why do you think that is?" And I think there's something else that's affecting the rate of digital nomads. I don't think it's just digital nomads coming to Chiang Mai. I think it's just digital nomads traveling the world in general. And I don't think it's the visas that are affecting them. I think what it is 4 or 5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, all these digital nomads were sold on these pipe dream bullshit business ideas of things like drop shipping, Amazon FBA, all of these businesses that are incredibly competitive, only become more competitive, only become harder and harder as more people do them, and everyone's learned the hard way. Everyone's now facing the consequences that I'd said to them that they'd face years and years ago. You know, if you're coming out here, I've met so many people, hundreds of people, literally hundreds, that have come and have gone. And if you're coming out here and you want to start a drop shipping store, or you want to do Amazon FBA and you want to compete with the whole planet in fucking e-commerce, if you want to go and compete with Jeff Bezos on your own from Thailand, be my guest. But you need to at least be bringing out 10k for a 6 month stay for your living expenses, and you want to be bringing another 10k to invest in your starting up your business. You can't come out here with 3 or 4 grand in the bank and expect to get rich quick with a dropshipping store or doing Amazon FBA and all this shit. And I mean, 3 or 4 years ago, some people got lucky. They got in early enough, the competition was low. You try that shit now, it's impossible. No one is making it. No one is making it without serious experience and without serious money and investment. What you can do, if you want to make money online and you want to live out here in Thailand, is what I've been telling you to do this whole time, which is learn how to do something that's valuable to other people, learn how to build websites, learn how to copyright, and get clients online. It's pretty simple. You'll make money from day one. You won't even touch your savings. Man, I am marching through this old city and it is hot as fuck. It's a rainy season, but it never gets cold in Thailand. Even when it's people say it's cold, it's not cold. Look at this beautiful temple, look. So if you've been to Chiang Mai before, you'll know this temple. It's right in the middle of the old city. But huge building. I'll go over there. I'm going to grab you a really nice shot. This is crazy, guys. Look at this. Look, this place is normally packed. You've normally got tuk-tuks all over the place. You've got songtaos lining up, people just filling them. There is not a farang in sight. Look at all these cafes, empty. Tourism is definitely down, big time. I'm actually going to be heading down to Bangkok this Saturday, so it'll be interesting to see if what it's like down there compared to what it's usually like. I'm sure I'll be out in the nightlife. The nightlife here is taking a massive dive also. For the first time I've ever seen, a lot of the bars in the bar area, in the boxing area, they've all got signs up for sale. I've never seen a bar with a for sale sign in the 4 or 5 years that I've been here, and there are a few now. There are like 3 or 4, and most of the others are pretty empty. When you go out in the evening, there's only 3 or 4 bars that are actually busy, that actually have a good vibe. I remember when I used to go out a couple of years ago, we would kind of bar hop and go between them and have a good time everywhere. Now we just stick to like 1 or 2 places. It's very quiet. I still think, guys, Chiang Mai is the best place to be. That's why I'm still here. I've been to all the other places, and if I felt somewhere else was better, then I would be there. There's nothing really keeping me here. I could easily move to Vietnam tomorrow, could easily move to Malaysia or Cambodia or any of those places, Philippines. I still think Chiang Mai is #1. And like I said, regarding the visas, you can get a visa. It's a lot of fear mongering. If you've not been here for a while, if you've never been here, sorry, come on a multi-entry visa. You have a year, get an education, you have a 2nd year, get another education, you have a 3rd year. Go home, get a multi-entry again. It's 2 years between being a tourist. You can get 2 tourist visas within 4 years, no problem. You know, it's more strict. Will it get more stricter? Perhaps. If it does, then Thailand will really just be fucking putting the final nail in the coffin at that point. But as a place, it's still the best place to come. If anything, I actually think it's better now, because I don't like it when it's busy and packed. I don't like it when there's fucking annoying tourists everywhere where I can't walk down the street like I am now. And if you're coming here as a digital nomad especially, or if you're coming here to start an online business and to work in the co-working spaces, It's especially good, and the low season is even better because there's less distraction. You know, you don't want to be in traffic everywhere you go. You don't want to be struggling to find a seat at your co-working space or in the coffee shops because it's so packed. Now it's lovely, it's perfect. This is the ideal time to come during the rainy season if you're wanting to work online and kind of bootstrap a business idea, or you want to start freelancing or something like that. Those of you who subscribe to this channel, you'll know that I've just got back from Vietnam not so long ago, and I went there really just to have a little look. Vietnam was like one of the only places I hadn't been, and I also had an idea in the back of my head that with all this talk of, you know, retirees struggling to get visas and people looking at alternative options to Thailand, I kind of experimented with this idea of touring different places throughout Southeast Asia. The views on those videos weren't very good, so I don't know whether you guys are interested in Thailand and Chiang Mai more than these other countries. I think you are more interested in Thailand, but I just thought I'd float the idea out there. I mean, what I was planning on doing was next year probably spending a month or two in each of these countries, in each of these hotspots, like these capital cities, Laos, Philippines, Vietnam, and kind of giving you my opinion and my impression of what they're like, how suitable they are for expats, digital nomads, retirees, etc. So if you are interested in that, leave a comment, let me know that you'd like to see that, and maybe I'll do it. I'll see how it goes. That was my 2020 plan anyway, but if you'd rather me stay here, if you like my videos from here, then leave a comment, let me know. That's it for now, guys. Hope you liked the video. So again, I just wanted to talk about how Chiang Mai is very quiet this year, what people are saying is true, and why it is the case. Regarding the whole visa situation, the baht being super strong and the pound being weak as shit, we're just gonna have to, I guess, sit and wait it out and see what happens with that. That's it for now, guys. Take care. See ya.